Have any of you gone to the grocery store recently and taken a look at the labeling on the back of a package and just seen how much ingredients there are being put into something as simple as oatmeal, even? Because it has me concerned by just what they're putting in our food and giving us for us to consume and eat. Because what sparked this idea or topic in my head was on X, I saw some photos of people showing comparisons of, for example, Quaker Oats in the UK, for example, compared to America, and how there's vastly less amount of ingredients in the one in the UK compared to the one in the US. And it just doesn't stop here with oats. It has to do with cereal, has to do even with some canned goods, even like chili. And it's like, what's so special about the stuff that they're putting in America compared to what they're doing in UK? Is it like taste? Because some people that have tasted both say that the one in UK, it sort of tastes without that many chemicals in it, and then you compare that to the one that we have here. I mean, we're so probably used to we can't taste the chemicals anymore, but you can taste a difference, and that might as well be the chemicals. And I guess that begs the question of why companies do this. Are they doing this because they want to get us addicted to certain kinds of food to keep us to keep buying them? Because I mean, you have to look no further than junk food. Even like junk food is specifically designed, and we're talking Oreos, Chips Ahoy cookies, and even that, again, cereal that's made with kids in mind that have that addictive tendency of sugar and sweetness to it. That really makes you start to wonder, like, just how bad is this for us, and just why are companies doing it? I mean, obviously the elephant in the room is because of profit, because they want you to come back and buy more and more, because that's what companies think about at the end of the day, is profit over, people quality for the most part. You'll rarely find a business these days that actually cares about people instead of thinking about the bottom line, especially if they're publicly traded. So, but anyway, back to junk food. With junk food, it's just crazy. It's why I don't really eat it anymore, and I try not to, or I occasionally have it as a treat. But a lot of people, they just consume this like crazy. And then you see those mukbang videos. For those of you who don't know what mukbang videos are, they're basically videos of people consuming a large amount of food. And keep in mind, these are fat people. And they just eat themselves to death. And they make a lot of money, which is disturbing to me that people are like actively encouraging this. I mean, Nikocado Avocado, if you know him, there was a point where he was a vegan and skinny, and then he was like super fat and just was consuming, like eating himself to death. And then he had the biggest plot twist I've seen on the internet in a long time, where he posted a video basically showing himself skinny, and that he had recorded videos ahead of time of him being fat while trying to lose the fat behind the scenes. It's one of the greatest like redemption stories I've seen in a hot minute, and he definitely looks like he's in much better health and spirits. But regardless, those kinds of food that they're eating, I mean, it's even fast food. Like, fast food doesn't get that much better either. I mean, there's always why I make the joke of McDonald's being McDiabetes, because, man, the amount of food there, it does not taste, like, organic to me, or at the very least, good. Now, I know why McDonald's is there. It's a quick way to get food so you can get back to wherever you are in life. But, man, I'd rather just take the extra effort to go get a Subway sandwich. And even then, God knows what's in those ingredients sometimes they put in. I'm not saying it's all bad. It's just, you don't even know. Maybe Jimmy John's is probably a better alternative for that. But it's just crazy. Like, all this fast food, it tastes good. Those donuts and caramelized popcorn. All these sweets are just so full of garbage and chemicals. It's just scary. It makes you want to think of like these large conspiracies that they're trying to make us unhealthy and fat so we can't do anything, and they can, take over and all that stuff. I mean, that's just conspiracy territory at this point. But still, it makes you wonder by just how widespread it is, at least in America. And even the healthy options, the ones that claim to be healthy options, aren't ignored by this completely either. I mean, look at the granola bars, or even those fruit bars that you get. Like, yeah, they say they've got loads of fiber and everything, but when you read the back, they've got like all this like red 9 or red 6 or yellow 5 chemicals. It's like, what the heck does that mean? What are those chemicals? Why is it yellow 5? What the heck is yellow 5? Why are you putting... I didn't know there were 5 yellows in this planet. But anyway, it's just disturbing to see. And then those organic alternatives, the ones that are definitely better for you. I mean, they're so expensive. I mean, organic milk costs like $6, and then regular milk is half that price. And in my personal experience, I do prefer organic milk. Organic milk actually tastes like, actual milk. And the best part is, for those who ever want to look at this, look at the expiration date of organic milk compared to regular pasteurized milk, because the date is night and day. Like, there's a expiration date of only like 2-3 weeks, but then organic milk has like 2 months. I've actually, in my own testing, kept a gallon of organic milk that I've slowly drank for over a month, and I didn't taste any difference in it. Like, it still tasted the same. So, and also much better, I might add. It's definitely worth the price of admission, in my opinion. And this is the gallon version I'm talking about, too. Obviously, you've got the carts and quarts and all that are probably much cheaper. But still, it's like, what kind of chemicals are they putting in milk to get it pasteurized faster or something to be ready on the shelves for people to consume? It's just crazy to me. Like, even like bananas even might be sprayed with chemicals that could again be actively killing you, and you wouldn't even realize it until it was too late. Well, I wouldn't say too late. I'd say you'd start seeing a lot of health complications and problems. And I think that's what contributes to all these health problems we're seeing in Americans, or, well, specifically Americans these days, but, other parts of the country. I'm just using the isolated case of what I saw on X, the UK ingredients versus the US ingredients. And in the US, we have the leading cause of heart failure and congestion. Like, a lot of heart attacks happen to people. And even recently, too, because I've seen videos of fat influencers that basically ate themselves to death, that had fat positivity, and they died. And these are people like pushing 30. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, they have a heart attack and die. That's just, wow. Can you imagine that? Like, I'm 25. That's 5 years off from me. Now, if you have the money and means, definitely go to health food stores and get healthy food as much as you can. Because those health food stores, they try to minimize it by quite a bit. Though their selection isn't nearly as vast, but, they got gluten-free options, no hormones added, allergy-free, like cross-contamination kind of options. But, again, it is a little bit on the pricier side, so most people these days can't afford that. And if you're in that boat, what I usually do is I do meal prep. Since now that I'm full-time, I went back to my meal prep plan, and what I basically am doing is I cook Sunday morning. It takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the absolute max, and that's if I'm doing laundry at the same time. And I make my meals for the whole week. I have overnight oats in the morning. Lunch, I have a sort of creamy meatball orzo, and then a dinner is chicken and rice. And I throw in some canned corn because, I love corn, but I don't like broccoli. But thankfully, the canned corn I get does not have anything. It only has, salt and water in it. So that's the par for the course. But that's at least how I look at it, because it not only saves me money from having to spend on getting, fast food every week. Because a lot of people I know at my work, they basically eat out whenever they can, and it's like, it's not really contributing to your healthy picture. But again, it even is cheaper too. I mean, obviously the cost up front is expensive, but in the long run, and I've done the math, it is much cheaper. So that's at least my 2 cents in what I personally do. I also don't. I even noticed this too. The popular name brands like Kellogg, if you compare them to the store brand versions that the stores make specifically, like Great Value for Walmart, it definitely has less of those ingredients in there, and it is cheaper. So there's another idea if anybody wants to take a look, at least in their state or their location. But that's how I kind of shop now. Is I actually go for the off-brand versions of items, like for example, like Cheerios or Rice Krispies, because in my experience, from what I've seen on the label, there seems to be less stuff in there. So, anyway, I think that's about it for this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to know when I upload, because we are still on the road to 300 subscribers by the end of next month. And as of recording, I am at 178 subscribers. My videos are starting to get a little bit more popular and are starting to go in through the algorithm. So thank you to everybody who's been subscribing in the last couple of days. My Why Does Life Feel Like a South Park Episode video is still trending and getting popular. But my other videos are also picking up some traction, especially my thank you for 150 subscribers. It really, it got over 100 views. Doesn't seem like much, but to someone like me, that's quite a bit. So thank you all for the support and subscribing. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you guys Thursday with another video. Take it easy, stay safe out there, and try to find healthy options to eat and consume.